Now we get to Chips. Let me see all my information on Chips.
Just one thing, I like to push my book real fast.
That's a great title.
Double dating with Ted Bundy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our version of the show where we interview our special guest host, Chips Cooney. Come on.
All right, Chips.
We're going to hit him with all the questions now. We're going to see what he comes out with.
No,
All
there's
right,
a lot of
Chips,
special people.
right away. America's Got Talent. How did you actually get on the show?
Believe it or not, believe it. Buddy Flip, comedian, does magic and all. He said, Chip, there's a show on TV, you'll be perfect for it. Do you have any videos of your magic? I said, no, it's on my YouTube. And he was nice enough to take it off the YouTube and send it in.
Oh.
That's me.
So he said it was you.
No, how many guys would do that?
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not many.
And I've thanked him so many times, and he got sick. He said, Chips, let's make it official now. I accept your thank you. You know, that's how I got on.
Oh,
Sent
that's
the
great.
video in.
Wow.
And they just, what you do?
They
Get a
went
phone
over to
call?
New York, and
But how'd they contact you? Where, like,
They
showed-
called me.
They called. Oh, he left your, obviously left the phone number.
yeah, and I went to Manhattan, and I auditioned there just in front of two guys without the music.
Yeah.
And he said, go downstairs, and they'll give you a place to blah, blah, blah. That's how I got
Oh,
on.
that's great. That's good. That's
Blah,
good.
blah, 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 blah.
But listen, you have, all right, well, listen,
Sid again.
That's Italian.
that was
Sid's back.
one of the things, that was one of the things you're really famous for. People remember that. I remember that. I saw that.
Just by accident.
Yeah.
I went home that night, and I put on repeats of Columbo, and God must have sent me home to watch it. I was living with Otto and George then.
Oh, you were friends, Otto. I did a show with Otto and George in
14
Cha-Cha's
years
a
he was
little
my
early.
roommate.
Really? Wow.
Then he moved in with his girl, Trish.
Do you remember Otto and George? That's why I asked you if you remember Cha-Cha's restaurant in Little Italy. We had Otto and George perform there a couple times.
I believe it.
Yeah, and I got to meet him, and just a crazy act. I really raunchy, and I met him through Bob Levy.
Bob knows.
Bob, I knew a long time. Bob was actually the guy who ran the show. We brought a lot of different action, and I got to meet a lot of famous comedians and actually wrestlers. Mick Foley he brought in one night to do comedy, but you did a HBO cable special with Drew Carey,
Yeah.
didn't you? Now,
Me and Dave Eitel was there.
how do you get on these shows? Is it through
Sent
people
it-
you know?
Sent it in.
Sent it in.
Tape.
It's tape, and I didn't even know who Drew Carey was, and I know Dave.
Oh, shit.
And Dave, I said, Dave, which one's Drew Carey? He said, he's on the stage with the glasses and blonde hair. So I went up to this girl that had blonde hair and glasses. No, I went up to him, and that's how I knew who it was.
Oh, did you get to become friends with him or anything like that, or you just?
He said he was going to meet me by the bar, and he never came. I waited.
He was looking for some guy with glasses.
I waited. That was at the Hard Rock in Vegas.
You also did Roseanne Barr's Saturday Night Special
Yeah.
for TV. How was that experience?
She was very nice to me. She came up and after my set, and she said, "You have anything else? Send it in." I sent whatever else I had in, and then she never called me.
But I say this because you did a lot more other stuff. You played all over Las Vegas. You played in casinos in Las Vegas, and you get around a lot. You do a lot of hustling. Are you still active that way?
Yeah, I'm still.
The
I'm here.
coronavirus still hurt you though. Come on,
I'm
all
here.
comics had to get crushed this year. How do you keep going?
You got to be funny.
He told you. He told you, didn't he? It's got to be funny. You got to be funny.
Of course, I'm being honest. No, it's a tough year for comics,
Yeah.
magicians. Do you know any actual magicians, or do you?
Yeah, I know that I got to be friends with on America's Got Talent. We still stay in touch. Murray Sawcheck.
Oh, Murray. Okay,
He,
Murray.
he
I remember
lives
him.
out there.
I don't know if you know Rocco. You know Rocco Solano?
No.
They're friends out there. Rocco's out in Vegas right now.
He was
He's
very
a
nice
Patterson
to me.
boy.
He's a Patterson boy, local guy, but he's a great
He's
magician.
one of the top in the world.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Rocco.
And he's friends with Murray. You
Rocco
see him, every
Solano.
now and then you see him do a video like with Murray promoting some kind of
Yeah,
coin or something
he
like
was
that.
real nice to me. He was very nice.
Now, did you perform the Dangerfields
Used
recently?
to do that, not recently.
Did you know Dangerfield?
Yeah, he came in a few times. Hey, Chips, you know that that magic thing you do? I said, yeah. He said, Valentine did that.
Who's Valentine?
That's what I said. Who's Valentine?
I thought that was a beer.
No. And
It
I
was.
said to
It
him,
is.
no, Valentine didn't do what I did. I said, my stuff is real. With a serious face.
You told him, huh?
Yeah, all right, Chips, you know.
Did you perform often at Dangerfield or just a few
Yeah, I
times?
used to.
Yeah.
Before
I love that
things
spot.
changed. Everything changed.
Now, the improvisation. What is
Improv.
that?
That's it.
Improvisation.
It's not there anymore. It was the improv on 8th and 42nd. And,
Where's your most favorite place to perform?
oh, my favorite place was up at Catch a Rising Star.
Oh, there you go. Mike Marino's backing. They back him too.
I'm talking about 82 when
82.
Robin Williams used to
Right.
come in and Warren Beatty used to come in.
Oh wow.
And Dustin Hoffman.
Warren
used to-
Beatty used to do comedy.
No, they just, I don't know what they were doing together. Him and Dennis, who would I say?
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman came in one night.
They were hanging out.
Maybe they were doing a flippy flop.
I think they were doing a movie, from what I heard. But that was a pretty.
What about Jerry Lewis? Did you meet him? I mean, you done the
Jerry
telethon.
Lewis
I don't
was
remember.
backstage in his shorts, and I was back there. Somebody was taking care of me there, and I said, "Gee, there's Jerry." I didn't go up and talk to him. I could have said I was born in Newark, like you.
Who? This guy?
Like who?
No, like Jerry Lewis was born in Newark.
Yes, he was. He was.
And I was scared
He's from
to
the
go
Week
up.
Wake section, right?
Yes.
I was scared to go
Avon
up to
Avenue.
him because
Not Avon.
I heard rumors that he was up and down with his. I didn't know if he would tell me to go home if I went up to him, so I just left it alone.
He was another
you
North
were-
boy.
Yeah, he was
yeah?
a North boy.
When you were talking about Dangerfield,
Yeah.
you were grabbing your neck. Now, is that part of his act, or does he always do that even when he
He
talks?
does this, you know what I mean?
Oh, he grabs his
Yeah,
side.
Yeah.
So,
Like
he-
he's
You
sweating.
see him do that. You see him
Like
do
he's
that.
sweating all the time.
I know. I thought it was part of his act, but you made it. He was talking to you personally, and you were grabbing your neck there. Was he? Does he talk like that all the time?
I'm not sure if he
But
did
did
it
he?
right then when I was talking to him. I don't think so. I think he puts that in his act.
I don't know. I met him once in a club in New York. It was called Johnny's, and that's the way he was acting when Johnny London, one of the guys from the Duprees, introduced me to him. This was before he did the movie, The Caddyshack. And that's pretty much the way he
I know he's
handled
fidgety,
himself.
but he-
No, I'm talking about
touching-
the nervous twitching. That was him.
I mean, you try to get no respect at all.
I didn't know. you
The bartender actually could do the act just as well as he could.
He started
Money
out
was
when
good.
he
Easy
was
Money
in
and-
his early 40s.
Yes.
Yeah, he started late.
He was at Lumen
What was
Siding.
it? So we're talking about more recent stuff, that everybody
ahead.
relates to. But what was your, exhilarating moment of wow? This is like
My exhilarating moment when Robin Williams came up to me and he wanted to know if I wanted to do upper catch. He wanted to know if I wanted to do some improvs with him.
Wow, that's got to be.
And
That's- there
I
you
said,
go.
sure. And he says, oh, I'll be here Wednesday. I went Wednesday. Nothing. I got a phone call. They said, Chips, it's Robin Williams. I said, get the hell out of here. Got on the phone. He says, I can't make it. I'm doing dialect classes for Moscow on the Hudson. He says, but I'll be in here Sunday. All the other comics heard about it, and they were all there on Sunday wanting to do improvs with him. I didn't say nothing. I stayed in the background. I wanted to see where his head was.
Right.
And that's the only way to do it.
Right.
Everybody went up, and I'm saying, I wonder if he's going to call. And he called my name out.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
That's nice.
That's nice. That's
and
great.
I went up there with him. And that's the way. If you have a little patience, that's how you find out
Now-
where people
Now,
are
I'm not a
from.
comedian. Improv is when you create your comedy on the spot, right?
Yeah.
Is that something you like to do?
Yeah, I do that. I like that.
Now when Drew Carey did a show. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's improv right now. Didn't Drew Carey do a show about improv? I mean, where they battled each
I'm
other?
not sure.
That was an improv.
No, because it's just not an easy thing to do. It's like shooting from the hip, really. You
Well,
gotta create.
there's things that I can't do that other people can do.
What's the trick on improv to you? I mean,
Well, you gotta feed off
if
each
somebody
other,
wanted
right?
to know about,
improv, you got to feed off each other.
You can do it by yourself or feed off each other.
Feed off each
You
other.
have to be relaxed and not think of too many-
Sushi.
I'm sorry.
he's the guy boxes.
And you just there's things I can't. A lot of things I can't do. You know, but that I can do.
But
Chip, I have a question. If we give you, now, be honest, if we give you a Wise Guy shirt, would you wear it?
You want me to really be honest?
Believe it.
Of course.
All right, you're gonna get one. And that we got to get.
Yeah,
a
we
Chip
got to
Cooney.
get him a wise guy show. Absolutely.
I'll give it to him before he leaves.
And,
There you go.
But but seriously, the younger generation. I see you're always Nikki's always doing stuff. Rover's doing stuff. They got it. I know they look up to you, and I know you're like a mentor. What do you think? Do you like teaching the younger generation on how to improv and work their act?
I had improv classes going for a while. Not too long ago, maybe a year and a half. I don't know if they knew what I wanted. And I didn't do them anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think they caught on to what I wanted.
What did you want?
Improvs.
Well, the truth
Okay.
is, the truth.
They can't do it. You just can't fucking
The
Hey,
truth
Nick,
is,
though, not for nothing. You don't got no questions for Chips right now?
No, of course.
Okay.
So you left out one of Chip's biggest credits, the bench warmers.
Oh, well, I think the movies. I didn't get to that yet. I mean, we were just trying to. But Bench Warmers, yes, I did see it. I told them before the show. I
Do you know-
saw
Well,
the movie.
listen.
I remember.
perfect point, Freddie. We want to know what your experience is. You working with him, you're working with Ro together, and what's your experience in?
How did I meet Chips, basically?
I
Is
just
that what-
made him. How much your experience working with?
So when I first started doing comedy back in 2013, the end of 2013, I started going to Whiskey Cafe, like Bob Gonzo's Mike, and I met
in Lyndhurst.
and Lyndhurst. That's right, where you're from. And you know, I didn't know too many people. I saw this guy sitting there drinking his coffee at peace. I said, "This guy looks like a veteran. Looks very humble."
And old.
And I went home. I looked him up on the computer, and I'm like, this guy's, you know, been around. He's had some experience. Very talented. I saw the America's Got Talent thing. I, you know, fell in love with his act, and ever since we've been very good friends. And you know, we worked with each other a lot. And we just did his birthday show at Tiff's, which was phenomenal. Ro, you were there. How'd you meet Chips?
This is what I remember of Chips. Ready? This man comes into a room with bags in his hands across. He doesn't ask for help. And all I saw was he hustles. I said, wow. And being around kids and younger people, I just was like, wow, this man is it. And when I first saw him, and he's just so consistent. Everywhere he goes, he just brings his things. And he's so in tune. He's professional. And I love seeing that because off stage, like, he's very humble. I had a phone call with him. I said, can I just talk to you for like 5 minutes? And we talked for a few minutes, and I was so amazed at that because it wasn't like, oh, I don't have time for you. Who the hell are you? and I was so blessed by it. And then every time I'm with him, I'm very honored to know him.
But when you want
So
to talk
it's
to a
great.
beautiful Italian woman.
Yeah. Good man. He's a good man.
See that, Chips?
I never
Sure.
was allowed to feel good about what I did as a kid. Baseball, my mother said, don't get a swell head. I got a homer. I'd come home, Mom, I got a homer. Don't get a swell head. Instead of saying, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the pitcher hit me with the ball. I'm up at bat, 10 years old, Little League. I threw the bat at him. My mother came out and hit me on my behind, right in front of all the people. So, and you know, I remember one time she was sick. Oh, I don't feel good. I said, what the hell you want me to do? Go to the hospital for Christ's sake. Fucking bother me with stuff like that.
Give it back to her.
I remember grabbing her hand one time. Oh, bending it on her. She's crying.
Oh my
Too bad. That's fucking bad.
He's the government the pots.
That's never was allowed to feel good about myself, and I still don't.
You can't.
Why is that, though? Is you for real?
No, I feel okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to enjoy my remaining years. I mean, people say, the golden years. What golden years? Pissing in your pants, walking at the walls, dribbling from your mouth. What golden years? And then they got a thing now on TV, silver singles.
Silver singles.
You see that? You know, what the?
That was silver singles.
Hello?
Are you breathing?
Hello? Margaret? Hello? Hello? Walter? Hello? What the hell are they talking about? For a fucking half hour, nobody knows what golden years? What the hell's golden years?
That's when I piss my pants.
So
That's
true.
exactly when I piss
Come
my
on,
pants.
on TV's good silver singles. They're just looking for money. Hello? Margaret? Hello? Walter? Margaret? Goes on and on. There's no end to it. They want to talk to each other, but they can't hear each other.
I had a funny feeling this was going to be that.
Oh my God.
So you actually called in order to find this out. Oh man. But do you work on doing more comedy, or you stick with what you have? Like, do
No,
you,
I'll sit down and from something comes to my mind like that, silver single, I'll write it down. Just a topic. I don't write the whole thing down.
yeah.
Just a topic, and that's what I'll do.
You run from there.
I
Yeah,
take it from there.
An older comedian who's no longer with us, George Carlin, used to tell you that's what he did. He used to write
Is that-
his stuff
I
down.
never knew that.
Yeah, well, I was a big fan of his, and he used to say, "That's my job: thinking up goofy shit, and coming around every now and then and letting you know what it is." And I always said, that's the trick. That's the trick in comedy.
Everybody's different.
But I think if you, like you said, if something comes up and you think it's funny, you write the topic.
You write it down because you think it's funny.
Well, you got to hope it's funny for
And that's what you go by. Well, this is funny. Let me do it tonight. And nobody laughs. I said, I wrote this down. This was funny when I did it. Nobody, words you don't hear anymore, too. Things. Remember years ago, I used to go, I got to go to the little girls' room. I'll be right back. You don't hear that anymore. They throw you in jail. Instead of I got to go to the bathroom. It was too macho. You couldn't say back then, I got to go to the bathroom. Instead, they used to say, I got to go to the little girls' room. Yeah, good
Or the little
luck.
boys' room.
Little
When I was-
boys' room.
I remember when I was a kid, because we spoke Italian, broken English, everything.
That was
And
good.
I was in Italy. I had to be about 9 years old, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I go to the guy. I go, "Do I do a little better room?" And the guy's like looking at me like, "Little better room." I can't, little better room. Little better room.
You spoke fluently.
But it's just that's you don't, as a kid, you don't realize what you're saying.
Adam Sandler, I used to work with him before he became a star. And he said he was, when he became a star, he said he was going to get me in a movie. So I'm not the pushy type. I never kept calling him. But somebody told me I was doing background work and Adam mentioned your name. And that's when I called up his office. And first 2 times he wasn't there. The third time he was there, he got on the phone, says, I got a movie coming up in a couple of months. We'll give you a call. And he did. It was the Benchwarmers.
Nice. Yeah. Well, that's what that was. Obviously, I was going to bring
You
that
got
up.
to know somebody. You got to be lucky.
Yeah.
How much fun was doing bench warmers?
It was fun with Reggie Jackson because I had a workout at Yankee Stadium, and I had the paperwork on it. And Otto said, take that out there with you. Let Reggie sign it. And I showed it to Reggie, and he signed it for me.
That's nice.
Nice.
That's nice.
And then at the workout, there was about 17 of us there, closed stadium. I see everybody on the mound, the Phil Silver show. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
Silver, yeah.
And I see this guy, and they're shooting him. He's pitching. And I'm saying, what the hell is this about? What, Phil Silver's here with the Army uniform and his... And then I'm watching Dick Van Dyke. It was Dick Van Dyke doing a thing from his show. Phil Silver found him in the Army, and he's a pitcher and all that crap.
Right.
And that's what they were shooting.
Wow.
Oh,
I
wow.
couldn't believe it.
Wow.
It's a long time
That
ago.
had, I was going to say, that had to be many years ago, right?
57.
You were also in another movie called The Last Laugh. I mean, how was that?
I didn't do the last laugh.
It was on your resume.
I know.
Why?
Why you just stuck it in there?
I didn't put it
Son
on
of
there.
a bitch.
Just stuck it in there.
I
That's
didn't
why
put
it's
it
the
on.
last laugh.
I don't remember doing that. I would have remembered.
Yeah. Well, I looked you up. I did. I mean, I did get some info on you, and The Last Laugh was one of the movies. You did a couple shorts, though, right?
Yeah.
You did a couple
They
shorts.
were with Louis C.K. I did 2 of them with him. He got me on that. And
Did you like acting? Was there more that you wanted to do?
no, I love acting.
Yeah.
I said I love acting. I should have never taken you here. Stupid ass. What were you saying?
That's improv. That's improv, correct?
Yeah.
Is that am I right?
Yeah, it's.
Well, I'm not. I'm not a
I have a
comedian, so-
problem remembering lines.
Oh.
You know, I got to do what Dustin Hoffman did. He writes them down. And that's how I remember. You got other people like Danny Aiello, photographic memory.
Yep.
Robert Mitchum, photographic memory. I hate those guys. They just remember the line.
That's how I
one
passed
time.
college.
Who's your biggest friend in show business?
My biggest friend?
In the comedy world, show business?
Oh, he is right now.
Nicky boy.
Nicky boy! What are you thinking, Nicky? Tell the truth. He could take it. He could take it. What are you thinking, Nicky?
Nicky's honest, and you can see when he's on stage, he's enjoying himself.
Yes.
Nice.
That's what I see.
But what do you see more, an actor or a comedian, or both?
Both.
Yeah.
He's got an acting face.
Yeah,
I
and he
like
enjoys
parts
what
for
he's
acting.
doing.
Now-
And so does Ro.
And what about? I was going to ask you. What about
Yeah.
Ro? What do you think?
She enjoys. You got to enjoy what you're doing, unless you're acting up there. And
Do they ever ask you for advice, like Ro?
no, what the hell am I going to teach him?
I've learned a lot from you, Chips.
got a lot to
Oh, we
teach.
should,
Really,
of
I want to go back to what I was saying before when I first met Chips. When I first started doing this, I didn't know who the scumbags were.
The mic's very loud. Just-
Oh, okay. I didn't know who the scumbags were and who the good people were. So Chips told me, stay the fuck away from this jerk off, you know. This one's a fucking wacko. He's not fucking funny. Don't fucking watch him. You ain't gonna learn from watching that guy.
Thanks for giving me a nice rep.
Well, he didn't mention no name.
Now there's people.
No names.
I
No,
knew that's
no.
what he said.
No,
I
but
knew.
like, like you know, stay clear of the people that are gonna hurt you. You know, he already, you know, he broke down for me. If you go this way, this is what's gonna happen. If you go that way, that's what's gonna happen. And he would always give me like, he'd watch me on stage and be like, one of my favorite things he told me when I'm doing my voice is opposites always work, right, Chips?
What do you mean, opposite?
Opposites. Like, if I'm doing like Joe Pesci, I got to do something that Joe Pesci would never do. I would.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I
Didn't
wouldn't.
you remember, what's his name used to do that? Gilbert Godfrey used to do Jackie Gleason, The Honeymooners.
Oh, yeah.
He used to do like Ralph Crandon as Jackie Mason, you know, something like that with Jackie Mason's voice. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
do
So-
do opposite of what they would like. Who do you like?
Like Tony Soprano was
You do
Veruca
Tony-
Salt. I want one of those golden gooses, geeses, whatever the fuck.
do Tony Soprano as Ralph Crandon.
One of these days, Alice. One of these days, we're gonna leave the Jersey Turnpike and go right to the fucking moon.
See what I mean?
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome, yeah.
Good stuff. That's
See
good
what I
stuff.
mean? Like that.
That's why he's a great
Do
guy.
opposite.
See, and you say you can't teach.
You do any voices, Chips?
If I have to think about it, I guess Rodney's the only one.
That's right. I forgot.
You do.
Well, you just did the silver thing, the old man and the old lady.
Oh, well, that's different. Yeah, that's.
I know that's not a celebrity.
No, I made up the.
Yeah, right.
So
You do The Godfather.
Maybe.
There you go. You got a little Marlon Brando going.
Yeah, he was doing it
And
to
the
me because of my
Godmother.
voice
The
when I
Godmother's
first
my
came in.
favorite.
I was
does
like,
the
I lost my
Godmother.
voice, man. And crack on me.
What happened?
You were making fun of my voice. You're like, you got a deep voice, and then right, you broke into The Godfather talking to me. I'm like,
Oh,
this
okay.
asshole.
You gotta see his
You're
act.
making fun of me.
He does an act called The Godmother. You have to come out and see Chips do The Godmother.
I do the Godmother.
the Godmother.
Yeah, I got a wig,
Oh, I got
the
to see that.
jaws, and I got her complaining.
That's got to be great.
And,
Phenomenal.
So good. Yeah.
got her complaining. Nobody pays attention to me. All you do is feed your fat friend Clemenza. And when you're going to take me out, I got the same black dress on for 20 years. I do her complaining because she's in the movie and everybody's doing the imitation of the Godfather. I'm saying nobody does the Godmother.
Smart, yeah.
Very good.
I want to see that.
I got to see that. How come he's not at Pizza Bagel night? I put you on the spot.
He just had me on.
I just had him on the list when
Yeah.
rotate the lineup a bit.
Pizza Bagel night. You would think the
He's
Godmother
gonna
would
be
be
on again
perfect.
soon, though. Yeah. I mean, all my shows are Italian based.
Well, I say that because even Jew, it's obviously Italians and Jewish.
Like we do the gravy versus sauce.
But
we had 'em
Italian
on.
women would wear black, and so the Jewish women wear black. So I do. He would get them
That
in a
is
black
funny.
dress with a wig.
Well, you got some Organic King who played the Godmother. She's a great jazz singer.
That's right. I have one of her vinyls.
And
Organic King, right?
she said that was the happiest thing she ever did,
Wow.
being in The Godfather. But she's complaining all the time.
Now you said you met Reggie Jackson. Did you have a good conversation with him? Did you just sign your paper and then you left?
No, I
Reggie
met-
Jackson likes to joke around a lot too.
Well, he saw the paper. He said, I remember this area code. He said, because I'm from New York. I didn't know he was from New York.
Oh,
And we just talked a little bit about baseball, about Billy Martin, who I hung around with for 3 years.
wow.
He gave me a $100 bill. There was a bar called in East Rutherford called the hell
Oh,
was
but
the
your
name of it?
father hung out.
Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
That was
go.
my uncle, my godfather.
How do you like that?
See this small world.
You knew my dad then.
What's his name?
Corrado.
First name.
That's his
Corrado.
first name,
Corrado.
Corrado.
They call him Dino?
Corrado.
No, right?
And my uncle was Matt.
There was somebody else there.
Matt owned it. Matt owned it. That was my godfather.
What year was this? I'm talking about 79.
Yeah.
How do you like
And I
that?
got to be friends with Billy Martin.
That's they were. Her father was friends with Billy Martin. They all hung out at the barrel, whatever.
Bottom of the barrel.
And
Bottom
I,
of the barrel.
I was there every night.
Jersey. You got to know her father.
Wow.
But his name, his
something,
name
huh?
was
First name is Corrado.
Corrado.
My
Corrado.
godfather was Matt Riga.
Corrado.
somebody else, another name that had a daughter. His daughter was there too.
They all had daughters. Matt had his daughter Valerie. Jennifer. Valerie was older. She used to work there, going back in the day.
See, what a small world that you brought that up, because I remember her father saying he was friends with, and then the place that you hung out with him is
The bottom of the barrel. That was my
yeah, but
godfather.
Matt is the owner,
Matt was the owner.
and he's
yeah.
your uncle,
That was my godfather.
your godfather.
Yeah, I just forgot the name.
Yeah, yeah.
That might-
Well, maybe we'll connect it somehow, you know.
Yeah, hook up on the
The
Facebook.
next show
Yeah.
you have, we'll take my dad, and I bet you know my dad very well, probably.
Well, I was there every night. That's when I was drinking.
Show him a picture. No, just show him
How
a
about
picture.
Reggie and Billy? They went at each other a lot, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't. I would.
You're a big Yankee
I would
fan,
bring
or-
that up.
Well-
To Reggie. Hey, how'd you like that fight with Billy?
Yeah, but I mean, you saw clips of it in the dugout. Yeah, they used to go after each
But I
other.
never
Yeah.
mentioned. I never even.
Billy was
mentioned,
a tough Italiano. Though,
Yeah.
I'll tell
I
you
never
that.
mentioned that to Billy
He
or
was-
to Reggie.
he
When
was
I met
tough.
Reggie, I never
He didn't
mentioned
take no
Billy's
shit.
name.
Billy, yeah.
So tell us about the movie The Last Laugh.
I'll tell you what happened. They.
How is that on your resume and you're not even in it?
I don't think I was in. I would have remembered it.
Well, I picked out what I thought was what stood out more:
Last
bench
Laugh.
warmers, and then The Last Laugh, and I put it down. And it says 2005.
You forgot Steve
I-
Harvey's Forever Young.
The
I didn't know that.
the
I didn't know- I didn't
character
see
He
that.
played in
Yeah,
that
Lou,
was a
that was
forgetful
2 years
guy. He
ago.
couldn't even remember things in it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey's Forever Young. That was 2 years ago. And I was out there for a week and a half. He liked it. Same thing, sent the tape in. Took a chance, hoping somebody would see it.
That's it.
You
Gotta
don't
take
know
risk.
who's going to see
Gotta
it.
Take risk and chance.
That's know.
Just send it out and go on with your life. Go on to
Absolutely.
the next thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Chips, did you get a chance to meet David Spade at all?
Yeah.
What'd you think of him?
Oh,
I figure.
He's a jerk
I don't
off.
get.
Just
honestly,
say it.
I watched the special on Comedy Central when he had
say
it, and I couldn't laugh. I don't know. His jokes and his comedy is not. I don't
The
know.
only one
maybe
nice
the
to
millennials
me-
get it and
It's
stuff.
like
though,
dark.
but
It's like
Rob
in-
Schneider
it's
was
like,
nice to me out
met
there.
Rob Schneider,
I met
yeah,
Rob.
yeah.
But
We hung out
David
with Rob.
Spade, he was even making fun of my
I
name.
met Rob Schneider in Hoboken outside
He's
of
a
Douglas.
good-
He's a
he's
cool
a-
guy.
He
cool.
was making
he's a
fun of
good-
my name, David Spade, and
He seems like a kid like around like one of those kids in the neighborhood you just want to beat up because they keep picking on, like, you know what I mean. But he's,
so I didn't say anything. You know, Adam liked it, and he's the one that got it, and Rob Schneider giving me
Yeah.
that. Small potatoes.
all right.
Ibadan.
But yeah, I guess we have the same feeling towards him. My guy, yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't even want to talk to me.
Let's go look for him tonight. Nicky, we'll take care of it.
Chips, I want to thank you for coming tonight.
I want to thank you. It's been an honor to be with everybody.
I hope you had a lot of fun. The pizza was
I had a
always
lot
good.
of fun.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It is. It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
I think your act is so original. I love original acts. When I saw you do that act,
Yes.
I first I was just like, no.
You sure you don't have something? I just gave it to you. Just don't look healthy.
No, but when I first saw your act, at first I was like, "What the hell is this?" And then I just followed it, and I just loved
That's
it
it.
as
We-
I
that
watched it.
same
And
thing
I
happened
was
to
like,
me, yep.
I thought I went from confusion to one of the funniest acts I think I've
Yeah.
seen.
Well, I want to tell
I
you
agree.
the one moment, and of course Joe was there too, watching with his wife and friends, with my wife. A moment where you fell. You know, you had a couple people. I immediately reacted, and I realized it was part of the act. But you had a couple people in the audience going, "My goodness," you know, and kind of pulled down when you fell down. you know, with your chair in the act?
Oh, well,
At Mars Plains.
3 years ago, I did a show in Manhattan. This girl, stripper, because I do the strip club in Manhattan before all this happened.
Didn't you get, like, for
And
the
she
moment?
got me a show to do, and then after I finished, I was leaving, and I had my garment bag on the floor, and I forgot my foot was in the loop. I tripped, broke my the side here. Not the hip, the bone that goes from
The femur.
the femur.
Ouch.
And they thought I was going to sue them. I would never sue a comedy club. Anyway, they got a car for me, sent me back to Jersey. Look, I took the bus in. And there's a post in there now with 3 pins.
Wow.
What are you going to do?
Wow. That's
I
great.
can walk yet. I do exercise. I walk every day. I was lucky, I guess. Not lucky, whatever.
So you,
The femur. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
so then, since then, you're like, well, I got to make this part of my act? I don't get it. What was?
No, that's the true story.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, in your act, you fall down.
Oh, that's part of the act.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but
when
in
you mean when I do the dance?
yeah, there's a moment when that happened that a couple people thought you really had, you had,
Well, they were supposed to think that.
He's talking about when you beat up the invisible heckler.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's part of the act.
Yeah,
They beat up the heckler.
exactly. But
That's
I'm
not
saying you
even
had a
there.
couple people stunned, like thought you really fell.
And
You
they
did it well.
and Nicky's in Little Ferry told me not to do it anymore. I might break one of the chairs.
Nicky's in Little Ferry.
Not me though. I'm okay, but the chair.
Break your other femur, but not the chair.
She didn't say to me, "Be careful, you might get hurt." She said, "Don't do it anymore. You might break the chair." See, you can get people how they like you by doing things like that. No, yeah, people say, Chips, how do you do this? How do you remember? You're getting older now. And, you know, I read, I'm on a diet, I eat special foods, and I read. I read a lot of puzzles for your brain, for sharpening your brain. And that's why my brain is sharp. And I remember working in Nicky's. I fell down, and she said, "Don't worry about the fucking..." She said, "You're going to ruin the chair." And she didn't care about me.
That bitch.
She said, "You're going to ruin the chair."
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So that's why my main is, I remember.
Chips Cooney, everybody. Come on.
All right, Chip.
Oh, man. Listen, before we go,